So my goal in English 100 is to help you become a better writer. And as I've graded your essays this semester, I've seen a lot of progress. I've seen all of you make great strides in your writing. And then something kind of funny happened to me yesterday. I graded your persuasive letters to Dr. Higdon, where I had you write what you thought he should do with a $500,000 windfall, an imaginary $500,000 windfall. And your letters were incredible. And they were all so clearly written. There was nothing confusing in the writing overall. A few little things here and there, but overall your writing was so clear and so easy to follow and so persuasive. And it felt a little different to me than the writing in your essays. And I'm making some broad generalizations here about your writing. So know that what I'm saying isn't true for all of you, but I did notice a pattern. I just felt like the letters were more clear and concise than your essays. And that made me begin to wonder if essay writing brings out in all of us sort of this sense that you have to write differently. You have to sound academic. And I really pondered that a lot because I think we all write letters. Letters are comfortable for us, but an essay may feel uncomfortable. So I did a little digging and I found an article from the Harvard Business Review called "Stop Trying to Sound Smart When You're Writing." And I'm not saying that what you're trying to do with your essays is sound smart, but I do think for all of us, sometimes we believe that an essay or a research paper requires a different level of writing than just a letter. And I'm here to tell you, essays should be written as clearly and concisely as letters. So I'm going to read a few excerpts from this article, and then I'll link it in the introduction as well if you want to read the whole thing. It's about business writing, but I feel like all of the things I'm going to share also apply to academic writing. So this author, Leanne Davey, says, "When I read a piece of business writing, whether it's a proposal, a report, or a simple email, I'm turned off by people who have invested more energy trying to sound smart than in trying to be smart. Ideally, I'd like to read communications where I don't notice the writing at all. The best writing is so transparent that it doesn't obscure the underlying message." And I believe that to be true about essays as well. With your problem solution essay, the problems and the solutions you're proposing should be what stands out, not the way you write about them in terms of your specific writing style. She goes on, and I'm skipping a lot of this, but you can read it if you want to. She says that here are some ways to improve your writing. Eliminate fancy pants words. She says if you communicate effectively, you reduce the distance between you and the reader. Unfortunately, many people use language in a way that increases that distance and weakens the connection. There's no faster way to distance your audience than by using highfalutin words to try to impress them. You know, she said highfalutin words like highfalutin. Beware of using words incorrectly. Anytime you are inclined to use a word that makes you feel smarter than the person you're communicating with, choose again. Choose words that strengthen the connection between you and the readers. Use an active voice. There's a great web resource from the University of North Carolina which gives the example, "Why was the road crossed by the chicken?" That's passive voice, meaning the chicken is less important than the road. It's passive. Instead of just, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" which is so much more clear and easy to understand. Leanne says the easiest way to spot the passive voice in your writing is to look for sentences with is, am, are, were, be, being, or been. See if you can rewrite these sentences with a verb other than to be. For instance, complaints were lodged by customers becomes customers lodged complaints. The contract will be issued Friday becomes I will issue the contract Friday. If you use an active voice, you'll be more interesting to your reader. And then she concludes by saying, great writing for the sake of great writing is best left to poets and novelists. Great business writing, and I would share great essay writing, should deliver its content without getting in the way. So In your essays, I really just want you to look for the clearest, most concise way to say things. Read back through. Is it confusing to you? If it's confusing to you, it's probably going to be confusing to me. Use that great writing style that you put into your persuasive letters in your essays and research paper as well. If you have questions about any of this, let me know. I'm really enjoying reading your writing, and I hope you feel that you are growing as a writer.